Hello everyone, Jeff here for Respawn Studios, and this is the follow-up to the video I just posted earlier today about trying to hit my highest ever rank. I was just streaming for a bit. I lost 2, won 2, lost 2, and then I just won 3 in a row. So this is those 3 in a row. I am going to make a video of some of the other games, including a loss. That was very epic. But I want to show this because this was 3 wins in a row and me reaching my highest rank. And not only all of that, but I'm able to get enough gold to buy 1 pack, and I open it and I get the legendary for the, I believe it's the Hunter? Yeah, it's the Beast, the 9/9 with charge. Alright. So I'm going to try and commentate these matches. This first one is really quick. I just destroy this priest. And then I win 2 other games. So in my opening hands, I like to have anything that's 4 or under. The exception to that is if I'm playing like a Warlock and I'm worried it's a Murloc deck, or if I'm playing like a Rogue and I know they try and stack creatures. I like to have either, well, ideally a Blizzard because it costs 1 less and it freezes them, or a Flame Strike in my opening hand. Alright, so I play the Apprentice 3/2. Now, priests, the frustrating part about playing them is obviously they're able to heal quickly. So I'm trying to stay on the aggressive here. So even though he has no creatures out and Frostbolt does nothing because there aren't any weapons for a priest, I use it on him to just keep doing damage, keep him on the defensive, try to worry about healing as I'm just attacking. Same thing right here. I use a fireball already. I'm sorry about coughing, I'm still sick if you saw the earlier video. Alright, so he's able to take out my guy, but now we've reached turn 4, and I'm able to play either of my 4 minions. Obviously I don't want to play the defender, because I have no one else to give taunt to, so it's pointless. So, the other worrying thing about playing a priest is their spells. Destroy an enemy minion with attack of 3 or less, or 5 or more. So I was worried he had that, but obviously by playing this guy obviously does not have one, at least yet. The other really good spell to counter anyone really is their do 2 damage to all enemies and restore health to all allies. But he seems to not have that on him either right now, so it's going really well for me. Alright, so again, just trying to keep control at this point, get rid of his one guy that gives him more spell damage. I'm not sure what he was trying to maybe build towards, so I'm just going to get rid of it. And to me, it just always is awesome seeing the enemy hero frozen, because I would be like, oh crap, what am I going to do? Alright, so he does 5 damage to my guy, but he has 6 health, so he's still alive. Oh my gosh. Alright, so now I play Defender of Argus, not only to give my guy another health, but to sorry, give one of the other guys, oh my gosh, I'm like, my nose is running, it's the worst, I'm sorry, but to give one of the mirror guys an attack. So I have constant ways to attack him, even if he kills the water elemental. Even if he played that card that does 2 damage to all of my guys, I would still have the 1 mirror guy and the defender with 1 health. Alright, so he decides to do another deal 5 damage and restore 5 health. I mean, in that scenario, maybe that's all he could do, but it keeps him alive for that turn. So now I'm just overloading him with minions. The good thing about this matchup for me, my mage against priest, is a lot of my favorite minions have 4 attack, which puts them out of the range of their spells to destroy a minion with 3 or less or 5 or more. So it's perfect. Alright, this is an interesting play. He plays both of his guys where if you use a spell, it does 1 damage to everybody. So he uses multiple spells to do tons of damage. And he also changes his hero power to attack, but that was one of the spells to do damage. And there he apologized, so apparently he didn't, or said his oops, I think, so he didn't mean to do that. Alright, my board's still looking pretty good. I still have full health. He does have, 7 cards to work with, though. And the full 10 mana crystals. But he plays another Drake. I mean, the one thing he had left after that point was to then do the deal 2 damage to all enemies. In that case, it would have been 3. And he could have gotten rid of my guys and just would have had the 2-1 from the golem. But apparently he just doesn't have it. Still cleared a decent amount though. But here I'm fortunate enough to get Ragnarok. And just to be safe, I take out his minion, so I do the 8 damage directly to the guy. Alright, so now this was a little interesting. He uses his Faceless Manipulator, which means you can become any other minion out there, so he becomes my guy. And then he has one of the cards to destroy a minion with 5 or more attacks, so he gets rid of mine. But luckily I was sitting on a polymorph, so I was able to get rid of his. And now I threw down another guy with 6 health. He's saying well played, so he knows it's over. I think he actually concedes right here before I'm able to beat him. That is pretty devastating though, that combo of playing that guy that doubles the damage. So if you're able to do damage like that is, and you have 2 of those cards, for 4 mana, you could do 20 damage to the other hero. That's nuts. Alright, but there was good win over a priest. I think it's after this next game that I get the 100 gold and I'm able to buy the pack. And I watch a lot of Hearthstone on Twitch, and I go to hearthstone.com a lot, which has a lot of deck strategies. And people don't like the mage. Like, especially top players think the mage is awful. To me, it's by far the best person. I know a lot of people like using priest, paladin, or especially warlock or shaman. No. I hate those strategies. I think they're stupid. And hunter, which you see a lot in the ladder. People just using the standard hunter cards to do combos with hounds, drawing cards. It's I mean, I see how it works sometimes, but I don't see that being an effective long-term strategy. I wouldn't like having to play that deck in that way every time. And this is pretty interesting. I'm playing a druid, and this strategy is kind of like the deck I'd been using that I put up a video about a few days ago or last week, about trying to get to your big cards as quickly as possible. So you see he's already using his coin, Enervate. He's using Nourish to get mana crystals. So he has like 8 mana crystals by the time I have like 3 or 4. But obviously, as I mentioned, I win all 3 of these matches. I've seen that strategy a lot lately. Put down the 4/5 guy that can't attack, and then you either silence him or you give him taunt. So people have to go through him. But there I was able to use a fireball to just quickly get rid of him, keep doing damage. Alright, so you see I'm sitting on some really, really good cards here. I have a Fireball, I have a Faceless Manipulator, I have Ragnarok, and a Flame Strike. So this draw on the cards I was getting actually worked out like exactly perfectly to work in a nice curve here. So each turn I have something good to do. And normally I'd probably be talking more, but again, being sick, not having much of a voice, I don't want to just croak on the whole time. Alright, so here he has obviously more minions than I do right now. And he was able to get rid of my apprentice. So I could have played the manipulator right there, but there's no point. What would I take? Another harvest golem? So obviously I want to wait on that. Now, because he's already played a guy that gives taunt, I'm worried he has other cards like that. Or I know, of course, they have the give a friendly character plus 2/2 and taunt. So I want to get rid of that 1/1 in case they try and buff it some way. But they play Ragnarok. Now, you saw the interesting Ragnarok trade-off copy last time. This is even more interesting. So he's able to play his Ragnarok before I can even get to mine. But I have a polymorph, so I get rid of his. Alright, so we're in good shape. And normally I have my webcam up on my stream, but I don't want people to just constantly see me wiping my nose, blowing my nose. So here's the other interesting play. He also has Deathwing, which makes discard your hand and destroy all minions. So I use the Faceless Manipulator to get him. Because I have nothing else. I don't have, like, say, the polymorphs anymore. I know that I've already used mine. So I want to be able to do that 12 damage to get rid of him. Not hope that Ragnarok hits him. Alright, and this is his last hope. That was the last card. So he does the 1 damage version to get another card. And interestingly, he... well, I mean, he had no other choice but to use it. And then instead of... well, I guess well, I don't know. At first I thought that was a questionable move to attack me, but I guess it does make sense. Maybe he would have then had like a swipe. So he knows I'm going to kill it anyway. His Deathwing next turn, maybe he would hope he would get a swipe or some other big play. So I use Defender of Argus to make my guy do 13 damage. So I use the Fireball to do 1. And there we go. He's pretty much screwed. So of course he doesn't want to attack right there. He loses health. But I have Ragnarok, which will do 8 damage to him regardless. There we go. Getting him down. And bam. Alright, so here we go, our final turn. Get rid of his guy, and attack, attack. Alright, so there's our second win of the 3 for this video. Now I think I buy the pack before playing the final match. Yeah, I definitely buy the pack first. Yeah, here we go. Get 10 gold for winning 3 games. And I just don't like sitting on gold. Anytime I have enough to do the arena or get a pack, I just use it. So I already got the rare with the Argent Commander, or Regent Commander, and then I got the Hunter Legendary, so that was pretty awesome. Sarah's freaking out, moving the mouse around. My good friend Gino, also from Respawn, was watching the stream at this point. Alright, but here we go. This is our epic game that will lead me to my highest rank yet, rank 13. Which I know is not that special. There's, of course, thousands and thousands and thousands of people around the world that are above that, but for me, it was fairly new to Hearthstone. I've only played a few hundred games, and I know there's a lot of people that have played thousands. And I like to think I use unorthodox strategies. I've looked at a lot of the decks on Hearthstone. I've tried a couple of them, but I don't like those styles or those ideas. So I still end up just making my own. So in a lot of ways, I think I am a pretty good self-taught player. I mean, I played Magic. I played a ton of Pokemon cards when I was younger. Alright, so I just paused the narration because I remember this game actually being pretty quick, and the video showed this going on for like another 8 minutes. So there was some glitch where after the match, it just like was the same screen for 4 minutes, so I had to cut that. But yeah, here we go. We're coming down. This match actually goes really fast because I use guys that he can't use his spells on. The obviously little dragon guy, the 3/2, is not targetable by spells, and then I use my 4/3, which you can't target, and then he apparently doesn't have the spells, or at least he hasn't drawn them, where he could get rid of guys with 3 or less attack. Because then I drop down my water elementals, and I just keep constantly barraging him with attacks. And I love when priests play taunt cards like this, because they think, oh, alright, that'll at least buy me a turn. Nope, fireball, it's gone. So it's going to be kind of an abrupt ending to the video, so I apologize for that, but apparently there was some glitch where it just repeated the last screen for a while. So I hope the video looks normal as it comes to its conclusion here. So you see, we're only finished 5 turns, and I've already done a lot of damage to him because he's not been able to clear out any of my guys that are able to use 4 attack. Oh, that's what I do. He probably has destroyed 3 or less, but I'm using the guys with 4 attack. Okay. Alright. There we go. So I'm playing all my guys that he can't target with his spells, trying to be as frustrating as possible. And it worked. I think he does use the dude 2 damage to all enemies right here. Yep. But that doesn't kill my guys. And then he backs out. Alright, so there we go. 3 wins. I was able to draw a legendary, and I'm up to rank 13. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and I should be back with more videos soon.